I've had these FactionFab F-Spec coilovers for a little over a year now, so I wanted to give you guys a quick little update. Starting with the front, this one is still adjustable on the driver's side, but this one is seized. I don't know if the detent got dislodged. It's probably a little ball bearing in there and the race got damaged or rusted, but not impressed with the top adjustability, the lifespan of the compression head adjustment there. I'd say the ride quality is probably like somewhere in the middle. Better than stock, but I know there's a lot better out there. I'll say for the ride quality, for the price, probably like very good. For the rears, I've had no issues. I think the rear is pretty good. I've also had an aftermarket 25mm sway bar stabilizer in the rear, and that's taken most of the load. So I'm just about to put on my winter tires tomorrow and see how it rides without the 25mm Perrin. So what I did is I kept the end links from Perrin. They're solid. They fit absolutely excellent. Very impressed with Perrin quality. And then I put the stock stabilizer back on. So here's the Perrin stabilizer. Very heavy, very stiff. Car handles outstanding. I would say this is a very good track quality bar. But since this is our only car and we're doing probably once a month going out, driving about 100 miles out to see family, I wanted to soften up just a little bit, and at the same time it's about to be winter and I want my suspension to have a little more articulation, so went ahead and put that stock stabilizer back on. So for styling, really didn't have any money to put into anything special, so had money to tint the windows. Looks nice. And then what I did on the coilovers, I set the height to have a slight rake toward the front, and it was about a 1/4 inch lower or so in the front than the rear. I thought it looked really nice with the way the body is styled. But for winter, what I did is tried to level it. I took it up about 2mm on the height. That should get me close to about a 1/4 inch or so, translated into all the geometry and the suspension. Let me show you how I did that. I'll just show you an example on the rear. Put a little mark on the center point. You can kind of see it there in the middle, a little marker. And what I did is I just, on the front, I did that with the height and just did that 2 turns, and that got me about 2mm of height. On the front, it was pretty soft, and since I can't adjust the dampers anymore on the front, I went ahead and gave myself another 2mm of preload, and that should compensate and give me about an equal feel from the front and back. I want a little more movement on the front than the rear. As I'm cornering, I want the front to kind of move and settle a little bit, but I want the rear to be a little stiffer, so I don't get that body roll all the way through the chassis and in the back, because then you get that severe understeer. So suspension has turned out to be fascinating to me, and I don't think I have the money to get what I want, but learning how to adjust and get the feel for it. So this car is kind of just a learning tool for me. Hopefully one day I'll have a project car to really go wild on, but doubt it. But anyways, so the back, all I did is, since I do have a much softer stock stabilizer back on here, I went ahead and did 1mm of preload on here. I don't want to go crazy, and I'll just feel it after they put the winters on my wheels, and we'll go from there. So I guess if I had to do it again, I'd probably save a little more money and maybe get a little higher quality suspension. But I think if you're entry level and you really have a tight budget like I do now, I think the FactionFab suspension is a good way to get into the suspension modification. So stay tuned. I'm going to have some updates on, I've had all my mods on here for a year now. Got some good driving on it. I kind of know how the car should react, how it feels, how it performs. So I'm gonna just do a review on everything I have. All right, guys, thank you. See you on the next one.